Oh,
Sorry. There we go. Sorry, everybody. We had to get the swears out before. Currently, I have to start the show early because Skippy has to get up at 4 a.m. So we have to start the show early. Because Skippy has to get up because he's an old man.
he doesn't even work anymore.
And if he doesn't have his nap, he's very, very angry. And we know what nothing worse than an angry old man.
He didn't. You know why he's angry as well? He didn't even get FTF on the comment section either.
He gets grumpy. He gets grumpy.
He didn't even get.
Skippy
He didn't even get
fun.
FTF. He didn't even get FTF in the comment section either.
Grumpy Skippy. Signal. Do you like Skippy Grumpy? No, you don't. Nobody likes Skippy Grumpy.
With a mustache like that, Signal has to have an accent. Just saying. A French. Oh,
don't skip it. En gras. No escapade.
I'm gonna eat some mascarpone.
No escapade. No.
Oh dear. I bet you he speaks the French as well. Just saying. So.
Skip.
No, the Signal. Your Signal. You said you go mind the French. He's already singing it. So.
All right. Oh, Skippy says he didn't claim it, but he's been lurking since 7:30.
Of course. I wonder if he's already showered in his bed right now and he's just watching.
You know, he's in his. He literally has pajamas on. He's got pajamas on. Yeah.
Does he have fire hydrant pajamas? I reckon he's got fire hydrant pajamas.
Dalmatians on it.
Yeah, just don't ask to see his hose. That's all I'll say. Hey now. Oh, we're getting it all out now.
He's got a fire hydrant in his bedroom.
He does. Oh dear. Oh wow.
It's so easy.
I know he is. He says yes, and no. So what's the no to? Oh, the no is to the. He's got yes to the fire hydrant, yes to the Dalmatians, and no to his fire hose. That's what it is.
All right, Dan. I'm gonna throw you on mute. All right, buddy.
Okay.
I'll let you know when you're back.
We're gonna go already.
Wow. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
You're popping early.
Hey now. All right. Let's do this. Ready?
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, people see that we're live. I mean, come on, guys. We're not waiting around.
And they can listen later on, too.
Wait for what? Here we go.
In 3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. Geocache. If you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We got good old Chaz out on assignment tonight. So to my virtual left, I guess, is the man from down under. He's waiting for it. See Marshall.
G'day, Scott. It's time for a bit of light reading tonight.
Is that your Chad?
That's my Chad. Well, it's my Australian Chad, so that'll do.
That's right, Craig.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode 861, recorded live on April 23rd, 2025, is the Geocaching Mystery Novels. Phone lines are now open, guys. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC.
Do you get anything with that? Do you get anything with that?
Yeah. You're putting the cart before the horse here, kid. But first, Craig.
Yes.
We got to talk about the Patreon.
Oh,
say it now.
Got to pay those bills.
Good. You're getting there. Yeah. Guys, it costs a lot of money to make this show work. I promise you, it really does. And we could really use your help. There's 2 ways you can help us out. First, you go to PayPal. That's PayPal.me/The Geocaching Podcast. You make a one-time donation. Doesn't make it matter what it is. Goes straight to the bills. We really, truly appreciate it. Or, guys, better yet, there's always another option. You join Patreon.
Do you get anything with that?
Well done. You do, Craig. Thanks for asking. You get extra audio, extra video only available for our Patreon members. You get stickers and coins and pat decks and pins. You get the patron only end of the year giveaway show. Craig, we just give stuff away. Just
including our souls. Including
our souls. We give it all away. You're going to love it. Guys, much like these new patrons we have, the new patrons we have, joining the inner circle, knuckling up, saying, yes, I want to help. Dude, first of all, we've got the one, the only, the beautiful JF Hides out of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
It is
the bar.
JF Hides.
JF Hides. She's like, you know what? I'm in some of these. I want to see it.
Wow.
You know what? She says, can I see the videos? You know what I tell her? No, you're not a patron. No.
Yeah.
You're not a patron. No.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You work for headquarters. It doesn't matter. You're not a patron.
No. Pay the money. You pay to play, man. You pay to play.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are. You pay to play.
Yeah.
We also got, so she joined. She knuckled up to the bar. She joined. She's probably watching videos as we speak. We got Sloppy Joe is out of Rimmersburg, Pennsylvania. Platinum member. We love our platinum members here. Platinum. Love them.
And I will say, Scott, as well, great geocaching name too, Sloppy Joe. Great geocaching.
It's a good one.
Because the Sloppy Joes in Australia are very different to Sloppy Joes in America. Sloppy Joes in America is a food. Sloppy Joes in Australia is a hoodie. So there you go.
It's a hoodie.
That's
what
a
a
Sloppy
call
Joe.
it, or is it a certain type of hoodie? We're gonna go down.
It's a hoodie without the hood, so it's like a jumper, but it's a Sloppy Joe. So it's a hoodie without the hood. It's called
a hoodie without a jumper. A hoodie without a hood is a sweatshirt.
No, it's a Sloppy Joe in Australia. So there you go. Learn something new, Scott. You're welcome. You're welcome, buddy.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Well, here it's a food.
I know, and it's not a very good for you food. Anyway, who's the third?
No,
who's the
third? We got Master Sergeant Barry Master Sergeant USMC out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, knuckling up. He was already a platinum. Went above. He threw more money per month at us, so we appreciate that. Love Barry. He's the best. I hope I'm going to see him in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
We're making plans. We got to have dinner. I'll have dinner with Barry one night. I'll call him later. But yeah, got to have dinner one night. You too. I want to have dinner with you too. I want to see you.
Me?
You'll be there. Yeah. I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure we'll run into each other somewhere.
Exactly. But Scott, guess what? Tiers start as low as $5. And for more information, you can join us. You go to patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Boy, you do it once and you think you're running the show now, huh?
Well, now you do the soundbite. You got to do the soundbite. I'm just moving the show along.
Your consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline savings of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more information at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
That was a real H, by the way.
Really.
We're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic Logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The Logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache and do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues in a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher buyers and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com. That's ftfgeocacher, one word.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, guess what? You've come to the right place. Give them an opportunity to show you how they can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pathtags.com for all your swag and path tag needs. Visit our website to get creative help to trade or to log tags or to purchase your very own personalized path tag. With over 50,000 tags to collect, pathtags.com is everything you need to start your path tag obsession. Visit them at pathtags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com. I stumbled on the H.
That's your thing.
I know, right? I know.
Your thing. And by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android. That includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TV logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-GO.com.
And finally, by Cachecraft. Cachecraft builds handmade, devious, and gadget geocaches, path tag displays, and many more geocaching products that you can pre-order for free pickup at their vendor booth at Geo Woodstock XXI in West Virginia, May 23rd and 24th. And in honor of the 21st Geo Woodstock event, receive 21% off your pre-order with code Geo Woodstock XXI. Scott, they better do it now because it ends on May the 1st. That's right. Pre-orders end May 1st. To reserve your pickup, order them now at cachecraftnj.com. That's CACHECRAFTNJ.com.
Honor.
Order.
And as always, Craig, you can find our links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
That was a good one. In our show notes. That was a good chat. I felt him come through.
I did really. I'm looking up at the cash gods right now because remember he's flying at the moment as we speak.
I know.
As we record this,
you might see him. I felt
he's
Chad.
in the
Chad
tin,
was in this room.
He
was in this room. He was
yeah,
here.
he was.
For a moment, he was here. News, just a little bit, nothing in the show notes, but I saw the email. Hey, first of all, did you get the next two treasures, by the way?
No, because you have to do other stuff now. You can't just find a normal cache now. They've actually got, like, I have to attend an event for one. I have to do a multi with a difficulty of more than 2.
Multis.
A multi. Like, who does even multis anymore? Like, come on. Just let me find a cache and get a souvenir. That's all I want.
All I have left is a virtual. I don't have any virtuals near me. Like, I have to go to Alaska to get a freaking virtual, for Christ's sake. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. First world problems. I know. But yeah, and then I'm done. But then the May ones are coming in. Dude, the May ones are coming in like a week. There's 2 new ones. I saw the email.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's
right. That's right. But for everyone out there as well, there is no end date for these. So you don't have to get them by a certain date. Right, so you don't have to rush to get them. The only people who rush to get them are normally the social media entities like Joshua, the Geocaching vlogger, for instance, who loves to get his souvenir and then post about how many hashtag souvenirs he's actually found. So I think he's up to 350 or 360 or maybe 370 something souvenirs. Digital souvenirs. Yeah. There you go. Joshua. Yeah, that's Joshua. Joshua, the geocaching vlogger. So
you say that, and I have to do that.
Yeah.
Stop saying it. Stop pushing the button. Whenever it's in his contract. Whenever you say Joshua, you have to do that.
But just Joshua, because there could be other Joshuas out there. You gotta say Joshua, the geocaching vlogger. Just normal Joshua doesn't count. Joshua by itself doesn't count. It shouldn't count.
No, it shouldn't, but it does. It's in the contract. I can't. I don't.
What about a Josh?
I didn't know that I can't say.
Oh, you can't halve it. You got to halve it if you can do that. But anyway, let's move it on. We're too much banter already, Scott. Come on.
Banter.
What else we got? Banter.
Okay. We do have an email. We do have an email as well. So I got mail. Escape from Flatland says, greetings, GCPC. Just a quick message to let you know that MOGA 2026. Craig, do your chant. Go ahead. Do your MOGA chant. Do it. Do your MOGA chant.
Ow. Because that's where I freaking hurt my ankle was at MOGA this year.
Your MOGA chant. Do your MOGA chant.
That's my personal MOGA chant. I don't know. MOGA.
There it is.
MOGA.
That's for you.
MOGA.
That's for you. Thank you. Let you know that MOGA 2026 event cache listing is now live, Craig. Log you will attend. It is GCB4, B as in Betty, 40, X as in X-ray, Q as in quintuplets.
You said X-ray correct. Wow.
Thanks. I know.
You got to say xylophone next time.
I couldn't think of an X one. was gonna say Xavier, but I'm like, nah, I'll go extra. It's called Another Damn Moga in Saylorville Lake, north of Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
Iowa, I know.
Is this heaven? No, it's
Hey,
Iowa.
we're going to Iowa. It's almost as fun as Ohio.
It's you got to go when you go to Iowa. You got to go to the fields of dreams.
I've been to the Field of Dreams. I've been there. I
Yes.
played catch on it. Yes.
Oh, there you go. You're welcome.
I have dirt upstairs from the Field of Dreams.
If Scott, you can't do that. You can't take dirt from the
I
Field of
can't.
Dreams. If everyone did that, there'd be no Field of Dreams left. It'd be a big hole in the ground.
Dude, I took like a vial of dirt.
It doesn't matter.
Like a
If
baby.
everyone takes a vial of dirt, if everyone took a
What?
vial of dirt.
You know what you could do with a vial of dirt? That's what you can do. Yeah.
Anyway,
Another damn Moga. Another damn Moga in Saylorville Lake, Iowa, on March 27th through 29th, 2026. Iowa. Be there. You know who's definitely going to be there?
Who?
Scorpio Red.
Oh, of course. Oh, because he's in Iowa, isn't he?
Cue the music.
That's the one. Oh, I love Scorpio Red. He's great.
Yes. Okay. I think that's it. That's all the emails.
Yeah.
We just had one from Escape
That's
from
it.
Thailand. So
That's
hey,
it.
I Moga next year, 2026. It's live.
One more thing that you didn't put on there in regards to things, Scott, as well,
Oh,
and that is the turkey trot. What's happening with the turkey trot at the moment? Have we got any more? Roughly how many numbers are we up to?
We haven't talked about it.
We haven't talked about it. See, so we haven't got any more numbers, but that's coming up soon.
It's November. So I guess God's grip. Once I get back, I think after West Virginia,
Yeah.
we gotta start locking it down.
Okay.
We gotta start locking down everything.
Okay.
That's when we gotta start having monthly or bi-weekly meetings and try and
Mhm.
figure stuff out and lock it in. Who's going? Dan,
Yeah.
we're going. Thanksgiving, we're going to do ET Highway.
He's on
Oh,
mute,
God.
Scott.
You're on mute. I know. I know. We can't hear you, Dan. I'm just letting you know. We're going. Come. It's gonna be fun. Doing ET Highway. Awesome listeners. I know we're up to like 54. I don't think it's changed. So, guys, hey, if you want to join, no pressure and no commitment, you just want to be in the know on information when we have it, you send us an email at thegeocachingpodcast@gmail.com and just say, hey, add me to the turkey trot list. I will add you to the turkey trot list. Again, no commitment at this time. You could at any point you'd be like, yeah, I don't want to go to that dumb thing. But you know what? I know you're not going to say that. You're going to be saying like, sign my butt up, because it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. I'm not gonna front. It's going to be a lot of fun. To quote my young child.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be low-key amazing. There you go.
Oh, is this your mate? You quoting your mate Shane?
No, my son.
No, you call him your mate Shane. My mate Shane.
Oh, my mate Shane.
What do you call him?
Awesome. My man.
What do you? My man Shane. My man Shane.
That's his caching name. Is my man Shane. That's his caching name.
Yeah, my man Shane. I say my mate. Say my mate Shane.
That's the same thing. My mate
Same.
Shane is actually better. That's
Same.
That's actually
Yeah.
better. Okay, I think that's all we got here, so we can get on with the show, guys. Tonight's episode is geocaching mystery novels. We have got Mr. Dan. Hold on, let me get the Dan. I want to get your last name right. How do you say your last name? I want to make sure I get it right.
DeKoning.
DeKoning. Okay, I was correct. Dan DeKoning. Dan. Let me introduce him. I met Dan a couple of years ago. A year ago or 2 years ago. I can't remember. What's the first time?
Last year.
Last year. I met Dan at Midwest Geobash last year. He said, hey, how you doing? I listened to the show. I'm like, oh, and he had a booth. I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, hey, I have a bunch of books, these geocaching mystery books. I'm like, oh, get out of town. That's really cool. So he writes geocaching mystery novels. And so I'm like, I would love to get you on the show. Give us a call. He gave a call. We were having issues that day with the phones. Never got him. And then I saw him in Alabama. I'm like, Dan, I'm getting you on the show. And thus here we are. Dan, I love having you on the show tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Dan, let's start with the basics here.
Okay.
Are you a geocacher?
Am I a geocacher? I started in 2006 when I read a newspaper article, and I went out in the snow in Wisconsin in the middle of January and found my very first virtual in a cemetery.
Really? Oh, an ISQ.
Yeah.
Was it an ISQ?
WSQ. Yeah.
WS. Oh, I'm in Illinois. WSQ. My apologies. I know I'm one of those. What do you guys call us? Don't swear, but it's
Our neighbors to the south. That's what we call it.
No, they call us a really nasty word. What? It's Illinois. What's the initials of it? Like IF something, isn't it? Or
FIB. Yeah.
FI. Yeah, FIB. That's what it is. Okay.
But
Leave
not
that
you.
to
We
me.
don't consider one of you. You are one of those. Scott.
Is it ignorant, the third word?
You're close.
Close? Just give me the third word. All I need is the third word.
Oh, you can't have the third word. It's a family show.
So Dan, are you from Wisconsin? I'm assuming you're from Wisconsin.
I'm originally from Wisconsin and live in Tennessee now.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then since 2006, I've accumulated over 15,000 fines. I've covered 72% of the counties in the country.
Wow.
Is he a geocacher? Wow.
Nothing to scoff at. Look at this.
Well, you can go hard or go home, right?
I guess. Yeah. I go for states. I don't go for counties. Not county. I've done counties.
You know, I did states. My first goal was to find 10 in every state, and I did that, and I was like, well, crap, now what do I do? So then I had to go for counties.
Yeah. I've got about half of Wisconsin, all of Indiana, all of Illinois. So I'm getting there. So you are in Tennessee. Have you been to the Grotto? I'm assuming you've been to the Grotto.
I have, yes.
Okay. Amazing, isn't it? It's an amazing cache.
Mm-hmm.
Craig, have you been to the Grotto yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, come on, man.
Scott, I've only just arrived in the US 3 years. That's it. You know, I'm
but
traveling
you drive
now.
Around everywhere. Come
not
on.
Everywhere. Not everywhere. Not everywhere.
These big ones. Come on.
But you know, I'm actually just at the moment I'm following mega events. You know that. You know.
And like get the good ones. That's what you need to stop doing. Stop getting you with your little adventure labs trying to catch up to everybody. So Dan, okay. So let's talk about your beginnings here. So you're a geocacher. Have you always is your full-time job an author?
It is now. I started writing professionally a couple of years ago, and I had written 3 books, non-geocaching related, and I was looking for a topic for my next book. And I was out on the road, and I was thinking, you know what would be fun if I won the lottery is to use $150 billion and build a destination geocaching town. Wouldn't that be cool? And that became the concept for my first book, my first geocaching mystery book.
A destination geocaching town. Yeah,
a rich guy out in Arizona builds a town. He wants to make it a geocaching mecca, and like an old west town. And so he has a big competition out there, and chaos ensues.
Well, that's the first. That's the first book.
That's the first book. Yeah.
Okay, so did you come up with this while caching, or did you come up with this just
while caching? I was out just doing my thing, and I thought it'd be really cool. I think I had heard one of the big lottery wins on the radio while I was out. I thought, what would I do if I won that much money?
Right.
I think it'd be cool to have my own little town. So I wrote about it because I didn't win the lottery.
You didn't win that. That's interesting. Okay.
And so, Dan, would that one be the one that says the Cacheland Conspiracy?
Cacheland Conspiracy. Mm-hmm.
The Cacheland Conspiracy. I like it. And by the way, Scott, just to let everyone know as well, if you're listening to this after, or even if you're live now, in the show notes is all the links to the geocaching books itself. But you can also look up Dan's name, Dan DeKoning, and you'll on Amazon, for instance, and all his books are on Amazon and other places where you get your good books from. So that's what they are.
Yeah. Oh, Eva Dixon says, read the first 3 books. They were excellent.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Eva's watching too. Oh, look at that.
They were excellent. See?
Yeah.
There you go. So you've written before. Okay, so how many books had you written before geocaching?
I'd written 2 volumes of poetry and 3 other books, 3 standalone books. One was a thriller and 2 other mysteries. And then I thought, I'm going to incorporate geocaching. I had read a geocaching related mystery by another author.
Yeah, they do exist. Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I read that thing and I thought, yeah, I can do better than that.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
I can do better than that.
Right there.
I can do it way better than
right there is the version of Scott if he was an author. Just that's
Like, no offense.
Dare you?
That's this kind of book.
Yeah, well, in the book I read, the dude was out geocaching. He stumbled upon a body, and then the whole rest of the book was about figuring out who did it. And all the
so
geocaching
it wasn't
went.
so much a geocaching book. It was
Yeah.
the guy was
Yeah,
a
it was-
geocacher.
He was a geocacher who found a body. Gotcha.
Right. So I thought, yeah, I can
So-
improve on that.
Quick rabbit hole. So, as an author, if you read a book, are you judging? Are you just being judgy McJudgerton the whole time?
No, not all the time.
No?
I read for pleasure. I read about 100 books a year, purely for
100
pleasure.
books a year.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Scott, how many books have you read in your lifetime?
Oh no, no. First of all,
You a reader?
all through I was an English major in college. I worked in a bookstore the entire time I was at college. I used to be a huge reader, and then the internet came and ruined me.
Oh.
Now I have no tolerance. I try and read. I read maybe 3 books a year, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe. I've read already 1 this year, and I'm on number 2 right now.
Well, I'm proud to say I don't read. I'm not a reader at all. I'm a picture guy. I do. That's why I do videos. You see,
Because you're a millennial.
But
Why?
but Gundark has got a serious question online as well, and he asked, "Are they available as audiobooks?"
Oh,
as
are
well?
they audiobooks?
They are not. That's one of my goals, to get it done in the next year or two.
Dan, can Craig and I read your books?
Well, my 4th book takes place in Australia, so
Oh, here we go, Craig.
perfect for this.
This is our time. Here we go. This is our time.
It's my time to shine.
Dude, we'll do it for free.
Yeah,
no,
absolutely.
we'll work for minimum.
Oh,
Minimum.
minimum. Okay.
Well, we can't do it for free. But like,
Oh, I've got to say is there words in there, Australian words in there, Australian slang in that book?
come on,
Brecky's
me,
in
him,
there.
and Chad. Come on,
Brecky's-
you could
Brecky's
put
in there.
literally on the book as read by the hosts of the Geocaching podcast.
And the Australian geocacher as well. The Australian geocacher read by.
What was that?
That was a
Look at
motorcycle
didgeridoo.
going past.
Were you in Australia, dude?
Yeah, it sounded like it was a motorcycle, but it kind of sounded like a didgeridoo. That's my sound effects, guys. My sound effects. But the book you're talking about, Dan, it's called "The Search for the Serpent's Stone." Now, if people don't realize, there's a very cool Australian sort of history in regards to the Aboriginal people, and they talk about the rainbow serpent, and it's basically the rainbow serpent was this massive, huge snake of rainbow colors as well, and it's down in folklore. It's like Australian folklore basically, and the rainbow serpent is what makes the land basically in Australia. And so the serpent stone, if anyone doesn't know, there's a big rock out there, big monolith rock in the middle of Australia called. It used to be called Ayers Rock. It's called Uluru now. That's right. They changed the name to Uluru.
Why would
And
you
so,
change the name of a rock?
because it's indigenous, so they've changed to Uluru because that's the
fair enough.
indigenous name for it, Uluru.
Fair enough.
So that stands out in the middle of Australia, in the middle of the outback. And what's in the middle of Australia? Nothing. You think there's nothing in Iowa? There is nothing in the middle of Australia. Like zero. There's this big rock, and that's it in the middle of Australia.
Big rock.
So Dan, tell us about that. Tell us about the search for the serpent stone.
Well, like you just mentioned, I learned about that legend. And every time I write a book, I like to incorporate local legends or local sceneries or things like that. And accuracy is very important to me. Like the book my Quincy Bay Quandary book that takes place in Boston, you could actually go to Boston and walk along some of the routes that the people in the book do.
Nice.
Yes. And so Serpent Stone, I learned about the rainbow serpent that plays a prominent role in the book. And it ends up in Uluru, as a matter of fact, and some other places as well.
So there are currently, how many are in the series? There's currently 4 in the
4.
geocaching. And I'm going to make I have not read these books. I'm going to be full disclosure here. I know Eva has. Same people? It's different people, same people?
In book 1, The Cacheland Conspiracy, there are 2 groups because they meet up in a competition. There's a group, a man and a woman from Nashville and 2 women from Boston, and they meet up in this competition in Arizona, and they all become friends. And they're the core 4 that travel through the rest of the books.
Oh, really? So the same people throughout all the books. There's how many? 4 books or 5?
Right now there's 4. Book 5 should be out in a couple of months, hopefully, and book 6 should be out by the end of the year.
How many books you write a year?
Wow,
really?
I try to go for 12. 12 is my goal.
12?
Wow.
12?
I have some things going on this year, so I'm a little slow. But
That's one a month.
12?
That's one a month.
One a month, yeah.
Dan, how many pages are we talking here? In
I know.
regards
Is it
to
like
these
180 pages or like 600 pages?
No, I
Give
go
me a thickness here. Let me see a thickness. Give me a paperback thickness here.
here's paperback thickness. That's around 230
That's
pages.
a thick book.
Wow.
Oh, it's not as thick as some, Scott.
You know.
No, but not as thin as others. So,
Correct. Correct.
No, it's not Stephen King, Green Mile, but
yeah. Well, I like them to be shorter. I like them to be fast paced and easy reads so that people can pick them up and read them in a weekend.
like a plane ride book.
Like a plane ride, exactly.
Wow. Love it. That's great. And so, just out of curiosity, how much geocaching do you incorporate into the book?
Cashland Conspiracy, it's throughout because it's a competition. One day they focus on traditional caches. One day it's all multi-caches. One day it's all puzzle caches. And throughout the rest of the books, I always open the book with a little bit of an easy find. Like my cachers are finding a cache under a bridge, or they're looking in the pine tree for the pine cone that doesn't match that specific tree, right? Like we all look for, or the stupid rock that we can't find in the great big pile of rocks. just to get so that other people who aren't necessarily geocachers can pick up this book and get an idea of what's going on, and they get an introduction to it as well.
And do you hear from people who have picked it up that aren't geocachers at all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a lot of readers that read the books that aren't necessarily geocachers, but I try to write them in a way that both geocachers and non-geocachers will appreciate them and enjoy them. So I have enough geocaching throughout the book to keep the geocachers engaged, and I have enough of the mystery part of it to keep the other people engaged.
One question I have as well, because I know a good friend of ours, Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, he's also an author, and we've got to say, because we didn't say it last weekend, we didn't say, he's my mate, so I'm going to tell him he's an author just in front of his face. We'll go with that one. Yeah, but he's done his comic book itself, Dan, and in his comic book he's got, for instance, little hidden Easter eggs, geocaching Easter eggs, because we all like that. So trackables, that sort of thing. Do you have any of those sort of stuff in your books as well?
No, I don't, but it's an excellent idea.
Oh,
yes.
Giving Dan an idea.
Yes.
Excellent idea. Yeah, I try to stay away from actual geocaches. You may go to a spot where there's a virtual geocache explained in one of my books, and there might be a virtual geocache in that same location, but I would make mine slightly different so that if someone were to pick it up and think, oh, I'm just going to go find this cache and it's been archived, then they're not mad at me, right?
Again, you gotta set up a trackable, set up a real live trackable, and then put trackable in the book.
That's an excellent idea. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for book 5.
And just to let you know, I spell my name Seemyshell, SEEMYSHELL, for all the little inspired by book parts of the book.
Right. Mine is Scott Burks, straight across. All over.
Look at us, Scott, trying to get in. We're trying to get in, mate. On this,
I want to read his book. I want to the audio.
Yeah.
Come on. As read by the hosts of the Geocaching
Oh,
podcast.
I would honestly, Dan, I would love
have mics. We have mics. And
yeah, we got everything sorted out.
And you got the chops to do it for sure.
Yeah,
come on.
I got the accent.
Let's talk about So So you said that the four characters are throughout all the books, correct?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, out of curiosity, are these 4 characters based on anybody we know or
In every single one of my books, I always have character traits of people I know. And in one of my books, a lot of people, not in one of these geocaching ones, but a lot of people die in the first 8 chapters of the book because I was in that kind of mood. And so
I was in that kind of mood.
So as I was writing that, I just kept a list of everybody who was annoying me at the time, and I assigned them a character, and then I killed them. It's quite satisfying.
Don't worry about what are those voodoo dolls? He's got voodoo books.
Voodoo books, yeah.
That's fantastic. So they are actually based on people you know or have known.
Yeah, character traits. some descriptions. Maybe in book 6 you'll see a guy wandering around Africa wearing a Cubs hat looking for a cat. Yeah. Oh, like that one, yeah.
Like that guy.
Yeah, but you're mistaking for a child because he's only that short. So you got to put that in. You got to actually full details of descriptions of the person too. See,
so thank you, Craig. So I think you've answered this question, but I'm asking anyway. Have any real world geocaches directly inspired scenes or puzzles into this book? Any real world ones?
Yeah, quite a few.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Just inspired. Anything you want to mention?
A lot of virtuals. I use a lot of virtuals in my books because it's easy to describe the thought process of trying to figure it out. And like in Sydney, I have a virtual that people try to find around the Opera House.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where they exist? Is that a real virtual?
There's not the the last 3 years. It could have been one place there because there's been others placed around. But there's not an actual virtual. When I was there at the Opera House, there was one on the Sydney Harbour Bridge whereby you have to take a photo of yourself, like a selfie, sitting on the Harbour Bridge, but not the one around the Opera House. There could be one there now, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's in the book.
There is in the book, exactly. There is in the book, exactly. That's more important than anything else. So, but yeah, no, that's pretty cool. But there are some really good cache finds in and around Sydney as well. There's a great multi cache. It will take you an entire day to do it around Sydney, just doing one multi cache. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going down a rabbit hole.
What if Aaron did that one? Cody Dog.
No, he didn't.
He didn't. Okay. So let's talk about the books. Okay, I'm going to go through the books. Okay, and you give me a 1-minute synopsis.
Okay.
Oh.
First one is the Cacheland Conspiracy.
In that one, 10 groups of 2 people each, pairs of people, are sent to Arizona to compete in a competition for a grand prize of $50,000, I think it is. And while they're trying to win that prize, chaos ensues. Some bad things happen. People are going to cheat.
Yeah, people are going to cheat.
Yeah, people are going to cheat.
Okay. Next up is, what is that? The Quincy Bay Quandary.
Quincy Bay Quandary. The two groups that meet up and become friends in the first book, they go off to Boston to visit. The group from Nashville goes to visit their friends in Boston. And while they're trying to just enjoy some geocaching around the area, they stumble upon something that may be a remnant of a hidden treasure from back in the Revolutionary War days.
Ooh.
So they start tracking that down instead.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Hmm.
And then we've got The Secret of the Seven Valleys.
Yeah, my four peeps, they head off to Italy just for a little vacation.
I don't think I would stay friends with these people if all this stuff's happening. Like, look, dude, you're a great person, but like whenever we get together, bad things happen. People die.
It's like all these cozy mysteries that people write, and they all take place in the same bookstore, and there's a 35 book series, and you're like, everybody dies in this bookstore. Why would I go there?
Why would I go there?
Yeah.
So they go to Italy, and what happens in Italy?
While they're out caching, some of them have some something I really like about these books is that they're authentic in the ways that people get injured. They twist ankles, they fall down mountains, they get shot. All the things that happen to us.
Shot? Wait, what? Shot? I have not been shot geocaching. Craig, have you been shot geocaching?
I mean, I have cache in Texas, so there's a possibility, but
no. But not today.
Seven Valleys are out geocaching. They happen to find a cache that's related to some lost works by Leonardo da Vinci.
Wow, man, they're lucky people.
They are lucky people. Yeah,
stumbled upon all this good stuff. Wow.
So that goes down the path of that movie with Nicolas Cage.
It does, yeah.
Yes. You know the one I'm talking about, Scott, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't see it. Yeah. The one with the money. The one with the money.
No, yeah, the role,
National Treasure.
National Treasure. That's it. Yeah, National Treasure. It goes down that route by the sound.
I didn't see it.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And then the fourth book is The Search for the Serpent Stone, which we've already discussed as well. That's the fourth one.
Yeah.
That's the one that takes place. Why are they going to Australia? For the heck of it?
Well, they get actually invited.
Oh,
because by this time they're well known as geocachers, and specific groups of people are invited to Australia.
I get invited nowhere, by the way.
There's a reason for that, Scott. Anyway,
How dare you?
Go ahead. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, so they get invited to participate in this competition, but it's not really an up and up thing. They're actually the organizers of the competition. The Australians are actually on the path for the Serpent Stone. They couldn't find it themselves, so they thought they'd bring in people that are used to finding things to help them with that task.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, so those are the 4 currently available, and then you also have, which I think is really cool, you have an omnibus.
I do have an omnibus that has the first 3 books in it.
First 3 books. How many pages is that bad boy?
It's around 400 or 500.
240 times 3, Scott. Come on, do some math.
600.
That's like 7 away. I'm looking at like 700. He's like, I don't know, 500 and something.
Oh dear. But the one that caught my eye as well, Dan, is the Geocaching County Tracker. So that's not a mystery book, is it? Or is it still mystery book?
No, like I mentioned, I've been to 72% of the counties in this country.
Yeah.
And the way I used to do it was like most people did it. And I would print out a blank map of the state, whatever state I'm going to, and then I'd make a little list of all the counties and the caches I went. And it took me finishing like 12 states before I thought, why don't I put the entire country into one volume? And so I did. So in that county tracker, you'll find every state with a map of every state and the counties all listed out and a spot for you to log the cache that you find for that county and the date you found it.
So basically, it's like a self-help book, one that you like a what do you call it, a picture book where you can actually draw in itself and color in all the counties in which you've made. That's my
favorite part.
Just like the electronic version on Cashly, proud sponsor of this show. Cashly does the county trackers on its app as well. So
yes, but it's not
cool.
It's not a tactile thing in your hands.
No, that's what I mean. So this is the book version. This is the.
Oh, this is nice because I remember when we were doing Indiana and Illinois, we literally what you said, Dan. We had a printout of the state with all the counties, and we would literally just color in as we hit. And then we use a Delorme book to actually figure out where the new counties are and all that. Yeah, nice. I like that. That's a great book. That sounds awesome. Okay, so quickly, you say you have 2 more coming out.
Yeah, 2 more geocaching related ones. I'm about halfway through my 5th book of the series. It takes place in Denmark.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm. And then the 6th book that I should have done by the end of the year will take us all the way to Kenya.
So you already have like the story in your head, what you want to happen. It's written already, basically. So I was an English major. I've written a ton of papers. I've never written a book ever, in terms of like an actual actually, let me say a novel. I've never written a novel. So like, I have no idea what goes into that. I have no idea how that works. But like, do you pretty much have it written in your head, more or less, or you just have the beats written in your head? Like
I've got the concept down. I've got a general outline.
An outline, yeah. So you have an outline in your head of how, and it's just filling out the outline, or filling in the outline.
Yeah. And I've actually got, even outside of geocaching, I probably have my next 30 projects outlined and ready to go.
30.
Well, it might take me a couple of years to get through those, but
so let's talk. I know I want to keep this geocaching related, but let's talk about like really quickly your outside of geocaching. So you also have many books outside of geocaching. Mystery. Are you strictly mystery? Is that what
mysteries and thrillers?
Okay, so talk about those. So you have other books, other mystery, other throws. Do you write these at the same time? Do you? I mean, can you work at 2 books at once?
I can. Yes. Yeah.
Have you done that?
I'm doing that right now. Actually,
you're doing that 2 books at once.
I'm writing my 5th geocaching book and a romance.
And like a romance novel, really?
Like a romance novel, yeah. At the same time.
Are you qualified to do that?
We should all be, right?
I mean, a romance novel, really? Like a real romance novel? Like a woman's romance novel? Really? Have you ever written one before?
I have the book that came out before Serpent Stone is called Baker's Crossing, and I call that my post-apocalyptic romance. Essentially, the country has gone to pot, the society has fallen apart, and a man has to go from Virginia down to Texas to save his ex-girlfriend. So that's about as romance adjacent as I had gotten up till that point.
Really? And so this new one is a full romance.
Yeah, full on romance.
Wow, that's interesting. And so get this, Craig. He writes
Yes.
2 novels at once.
Yeah,
exactly. Eggs, this is what you missed getting the phone call. Yeah. 2 novels at once.
2 at once. I mean, I suppose I'll be honest with you, Scott. I suppose I've done it before where I've filmed a video for Josh live and doing my own video for myself as well. Oh, geez, I can't believe it. Anyway, yeah, so I've done 2 separate videos at the same time, and even though they're the same thing, I make 2 different stories out of them too.
No, he's writing 2 different novels at once.
Wow.
At the same time.
Wow.
What, you do like one before lunch and one after lunch? How does that work?
Yeah, I'll do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll work on one for a week and then work on the other one on the weekend, or flip them. Or when I get bored with one, I'll flip over to the other one.
Do they ever like mesh a little bit?
That was my next question.
And you go, oh, hang on, I can't say that in this one.
Like do you ever have like a Scooby-Doo thing where like Scooby-Doo and the Harlem Globetrotters get together and solve a mystery? Do you ever do that? Like
I don't have that, but I do have in all my non-geocaching books, I have little Easter eggs where my very first book was Deja Vu. And that's about a guy who has an accident. He wakes up from a short coma with the ability to see 10 to 15 seconds ahead into the future.
Oh, God. Wow. Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Just enough time to make a split second change to your life, but not enough time to do anything major, right?
10 to 15 seconds. Wow.
But there are some things that happen in that book. And in the next book I wrote, there are Easter eggs that point back to that original book. So every subsequent... So kind of like what Stephen King does with his little fictional town in Maine.
Yeah, Maine,
kind of doing the same thing where I have all these, Castle Rock. So I have all these little Easter eggs in my books that point to other books.
Nice. I like
Wow.
that. But you've never had them meet. You've never had characters meet.
They will. I have in my one book, Haunting of Hyacinth House, she's the protagonist in that book is the cousin of my Cozy Mystery Series that I have, but they haven't met yet. They don't know that they're cousins. So, but they
what is a Cozy Mystery Series?
A cozy mystery is there's no on-page violence, there's no on-page bad language or blood and gore or anything like that. So
it's just cozy. And
it's just nice and cozy. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
So it's all mystery without all the gory details.
Honestly, I'm still fascinated that you write 2 books at once. I'm fascinated. That just blows me away.
Scott, when you go to the bathroom, you take your phone and you're on Facebook and you're at the bathroom at the same time. You're doing 2 things at once. People can do 2 things at once.
This is way different than doing 2 things at once. Way different. This is focus. This is he needs to know where the story's going, where he is in the story, what's going on. It's just easy as just flip back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It is easy, Scott. It is easy when you've got talent, mate. You see, that's the thing you miss, and that's the thing you lack. You see, whereas Dan has talent, you don't.
Forgive me, I have no talent. That's pretty amazing, though. I'm stupid impressed with that because that just sounds like a nightmare, and that's. Okay, just out of curiosity, because I'm a visual learner, do you write on a board or anything, like your outline or anything, so you can see it, or do you have it anywhere?
I usually write it down in Word.
Do you?
Yeah, I just jot it down in Word. And I have I call it my master spreadsheet, my master book spreadsheet. I've got every book on that spreadsheet with a line of what happens and then the characters that are in that book, so that I don't accidentally cross people over and I don't repeat plots,
really,
things like that. Yeah.
So you have a Bible of things you've already done.
Sure do.
That's so funny. Wow. Okay, really quick question before I get to the phone call. Have you ever inadvertently stolen from somebody else?
They say that everything that's already been written is all that's been written, right? So there is no fresh material out there,
Mm.
regardless of whether it's a book or a song or a movie. It's just a matter of telling a story in the way that I can tell a story. That's what's unique.
Right.
Yeah.
But you've never had somebody write you and go, dude, this is the same. It's this exact same thing as this book right here.
No.
No,
And
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because like you think all those books that were written, somebody would like inadvertently just totally copy something.
You can get inspiration, Scott, and that's what I think Dan's referring to. You
Oh,
get
I
inspiration
absolutely
from
approve
so
of
many-
inspiration, but I'm
Yeah,
saying somebody ever but I'm saying has he ever accidentally like totally copied something? You know?
Oh
under-
no.
No. Dan, that quickly leads me to a question then before you get to the caller, Scott, as well. And that is, do you use like other things now available to you, like a ChatGPT or any of that sort of stuff as well? Any AI stuff? Just no, for the sake, not just
your
for the sake of
nemesis.
writing, not for writing, but for the purpose of making sure that it's not copyright somewhere else, or it's so far different from somewhere else that you're not plagiarizing anything.
No, I don't use AI at all. I would rather search through a rock pile the size of Uluru than incorporate AI in anything that I do.
I will say, when it comes to AI, you can tell AI stuff already. It's still not that good. You know what I mean? Like you can really. So for anyone out there, there's geocaching influencers out there that use AI on their social media. My thing to you is stop it, because we can all see, we know. And Scott, I'll say this as well. I unfollow. If someone uses too much AI on their social media, I unfollow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't like it. So I'm with you, Dan. I'm not a fan.
And for the record, Dan, every writer I know, and I know a lot of writers, hate AI.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is, these books, right? This becomes my brand, right? You know me by this book. So if I allow AI to creep into here, you no longer have my book. You've got some amalgam of me, and you've got Brundle book. If you've seen The Fly. So
yeah.
All right, let me grab the call real quick. It's Pennsylvania.
You know who it is. You know who it is, Scott. You know who it is.
Levi.
You know.
It's gotta be.
Yes.
Levi, is this you?
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Hey, what? What did you say? Hey, what's up, man?
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Good. Doing great.
Oh, good. What's up, man? I got an author on the show tonight.
Not much.
Oh, good.
Yeah, cool. I love books about geocaching, and I honestly wish there were a lot more.
Yeah, there aren't
than there are now.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Dan, do you have any idea how many actual books exist about geocaching?
Books? No, I think I've only seen like 3 or 4 other authors try it, and not a lot of them put a lot of books out about it. So that's why I'm trying to go get into the niche and go really deep with it.
Oh, nice. Levi, have you read any geocaching books?
I've read The Greatest Treasure by the Geocaching Blogger. I actually have that one right next to me right now.
I have to do that. Sorry, contractually obligated.
Where's that sound effect from?
That's what? That's the Joshua the Geocaching Vlogger sound effect. I have to play.
Every time you say the J word, he has to play that song.
That counts too, Craig.
No, it doesn't.
Or we have to pay him money. So
yeah.
All right. Levi, have your parents go to Amazon. Have your parents go to Amazon and download and to purchase Dan's novel. You got to buy his novel.
Quick question for you, Levi. If you were to read a geocaching, like you read a geocaching book, not just like a comic book, etc., as well, but an actual authored book, would you read like a fiction one, or would you read like a fact one, whatever? What's fact? What do they call fact? What's it called in
nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Non-fiction.
What sort of geocaching book would you like to read, Levi?
I know that The Greatest Treasure is it's nonfiction, but like a little bit of fiction. So books like that I like, but like I mostly read nonfiction war novels.
Mostly read nonfiction, really.
But I read so much nonfiction. It's rare to find me reading a fiction.
Oh, nice. That's good.
A boy who likes his history, by the sounds of it. That's good.
That means you're learning.
Yes.
You're learning.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Good
Yeah.
job.
One more question I have for you, Levi, as well. One more question, Levi. When you see me, mate, in Geo Woodstock, make sure you have the greatest treasure with you and a pen, and I'll sign me. I'm in the book too. I'm the big kangaroo right next to Josh.
Shouldn't he get Josh to sign it?
I'll pack that right now.
Oh,
Good man. Yeah, Josh will probably be next to me anyway, so he'll sign it too. Are you in the book, Scott? I don't think you are.
To you guys.
I don't think Scott's.
No, see, I
Scott's
didn't
not in
pay
the
to
book.
be in the. I didn't pay to be in the book.
It wasn't. I didn't pay to be in the book either. But what it is, if Scott, if you were in the book, you'd be a little ant on the last page in the last corner. Yeah. Anyway,
Levi, always a pleasure to hear from you, buddy. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm so excited for the trackable table at Geo Woodstock. Ever since I've heard of it, I get right through that gate, and I'm going to go right to that trackable table with some freezer bags and
all right. Good luck.
Some trackables, and
go get some.
I'm going to turn Westchester, Pennsylvania, into a trackable town.
Just take them all. Trust me, they would have been so
mate.
happy if you took them all.
Especially the bigger ones. The bigger, the better. Take the big ones.
Levi,
yeah.
The bigger, the better. If there is a car tire, take it.
Scott, his dad. By the way, his dad's name's Casey. After last week,
what?
After last week, I learned his dad's name is Casey.
F-150 pickup truck.
Yeah, bring a pickup truck.
Yeah, exactly. Casey, his father's going to love that by him taking all the big trackables home. So.
Tell him Levi, tell your dad that Craig says I have to take this. That's all I have to do.
I won't take a car tire, but I'd take an airplane propeller for sure. I love planes.
Why wouldn't you? Of course.
Right next to me, I have an entire airport diorama.
Oh, nice. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. I gotta go. You be well. Okay.
All right.
We'll talk to you.
You guys be safe.
Thanks. You be safe. Thank you.
All right.
I'll try and be safe.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. All right. See ya.
I have to be safe. I'm not eaten, but don't want to be eaten by a bear. Anyway, I'm going to Alaska. I'm gonna get eaten by a bear. That's all right. I'm faster than Skippy. I'm good. As long as I'm faster than Skippy. Dan, sorry, sir. Back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Oh, God darn it. Let's go to. Hold on a second. By the way, I just for the record, I just purchased your first book.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. I just purchased it. I want to read it. I'm going to read it. So I will read it when I get back. When it comes to, sorry, I have to get back to my notes. Okay. Do you think personally, and this is a personal question to you, sir, do you personally think that geocaching lends itself particularly well to mystery storytelling? How do you think, it lends it to it?
Well, geocaching in itself is all about suspense, right? Am I going to find it? I don't know. When I put my hand into that really dark hole that I didn't explore first, am I going to get a lock and lock? Am I going to get a rattlesnake? You just and the nice thing about geocaching is the way we start thinking about things. We learn how to recognize things that don't look quite right? The magnet that's hanging on the side of the electrical box, or the little thing that's stuck in the power pole that just, everyone else would just bypass it, but we notice it. And the way our minds work so that we can figure out puzzles on the fly, and all that really lends itself to mysteries, because that's all mystery is figuring out the puzzle, who done it. Right. So I believe those two mesh really well together.
I like that. That's a good answer. I like that answer. I never thought of it that way, but yeah, that's a really good answer. Yeah. And then you say a lot of your books, you talk about locations. A location seems to be a huge part of your book.
Mm-hmm.
Locations. You talked about Australia. We talked about what's the next two are where? Where are they? Sorry.
Denmark and Kenya.
Denmark and Kenya. We've got Boston. We've got Arizona. Not here in
Italy.
Chicago. I'm not here in Chicago though. I'm a little upset by that.
There's a reason for that, Scott. There's a reason for that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little upset by that. The question is, okay, do you visit the places you write about? Have you been to these places?
I have been to a lot of these places. Yeah.
Australia. Tell me you've been to Australia.
I've been to Australia. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I enjoyed my time in the Red Center so much that's where that fourth book came from.
Is that where is that where it comes from? Do you like this will make a great book?
Yeah, I go back and I look at the pictures I took for inspiration, and you know, you'll like this, Craig. I still have socks that are stained with that red dirt.
Oh,
Even after like 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
We're still stained.
Really?
I did. So you can appreciate this too, Dan. Just quickly, another rabbit hole, Scott. A few years back there, I did a motorcycle tour by myself, solo, on my big Honda Goldwing around and through the center of Australia, up through the guts of Australia, and there is nothing, Scott, around. And when I say nothing around, there's a couple of little bushes here and there, and that's it. The rest of it is just red dirt.
You get to see the
you see the horizon on both sides.
the horizon from side
side to side, front to back. You see the horizon, exactly right.
So nothing there.
Nothing there. And there was a time whereby I was parked up at the side of the road on the bike as well, and I got my swag out. Swag is like a one-man tent. I got that out as well, and I'm laying there. No cell service at all. I was there all night long, and not one vehicle went past me. And it's the main road. It's the main thoroughfare. It's the highway. Not one vehicle, not one truck, not one anything went past me. And it was dead silence. So
like the kind where you could like hear like a
you can hear. Yeah,
like,
you can hear the ringing sound. Yeah. You can hear your thoughts. You can hear your thoughts. So, but yeah, so Dan, you can appreciate that. Then, if you've been in the middle as well, you can understand there is nothing in the middle of Australia. Australia is the same geographically, almost the same size as the continental US. You've got 300 and something million people in the US. Australia's got like 28 million. That's it. Of which 98% are within 1 hour drive of the coast. So there's nothing in the middle.
Globes have lied to me my entire life. Globes. A globe doesn't say that you're as big as the United States.
That's because it's a globe. If you look at a globe, it doesn't lie to me. A globe doesn't. A map does. There's a difference. See, there's another rabbit hole for you. Anyway, back to Dan and his books.
Sorry.
I got a question for you, Dan. So your next, what are you working on right now?
I'm working on the 5th geocaching book that takes place in Denmark, and I'm working on a romance book.
Yeah, you were on the phone for this.
Oh, that's why. Oh, gee. See here, I'm thinking I got all the pressing questions, Scott. Jeez.
Wait, Denmark, and then what's the next book? Is it
in Kenya?
Kenya.
Book 6 is
Kenya. He's got 2 going. He's already got 2 in the hop.
Oh, this is the 2. This is the 2 at the one time. Oh, okay.
No. He's writing a geocaching one right now, and a normal mystery. Like like how do you flip flop that? Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Yep.
Weird mind. That's hey, you know what? This is his job. He should.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
It's borderline expected.
It is.
Dan, I've got one for you too, because I've been looking through your books, mate, online itself. There is one. It doesn't say it's a geocaching book though, but it's called Lost and Found.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a geocaching book?
That's a poetry collection.
Oh,
yeah. No, unless it's geocaching.
Well, I thought Lost and Found. That's geocaching related.
Absolutely,
it is. It is the the first half of that book is all poems about love lost, and the second half of the book is all poems about love found.
Wow, I like that.
Lost and found. It'd make a great gift for your significant other for the upcoming holidays or birthdays or.
Love that. Let's talk about what's something most readers don't realize when you're writing a geocaching mystery or mystery book, and just in general. What's something we don't realize? The most difficult part.
Well, when it comes to I think I mentioned it before. When it comes to geocaching one specifically, I have to make them interesting enough for both geocachers and non-geocachers, because I don't want to leave anyone behind. So I don't like it to be so technically geocaching that a non-geocacher can't enjoy it. And then it's just a matter, mysteries have certain tropes that people expect, and you have to, I typically don't have the ending planned out. because I like to fly by the seat of my pants at the ending. So I'm just as surprised as the reader is.
He's like, I don't know, Jim did it.
Yeah, he might have, I don't know. But I never do the thing like some authors have done where Jim does it, but Jim hadn't been mentioned in the 23 chapters up to the end.
Like the Scooby-Doo ending. Oh, the bird.
Yeah, there we go.
Those
It
darn
was
kids.
a waiter after all, but you never had a waiter to begin with. Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. So that, yeah. So it's just
Dan,
beats and.
Dan, I know a few people out there, including myself, Scott, and that is I'm not talking about being an author, but when it comes to my geocaching hides out there and stuff, I've had a few hides where I've actually had a dream about the hide before actually, having that idea. I had an idea in a dream. Do you have any ideas come through for your books in the dream state when you're actually asleep, and then you wake up and straight away you have to grab your notebook and write it down? That sort of thing.
My first book, Deja Vu, the entire thing came to me in a dream, from the opening line to the end at the end of the book.
See, I knew that. I knew that. See, I got deja vu. I knew that.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's cool.
Of course, the hard part is remembering the whole thing enough to get it down.
Yes.
On paper. Yeah.
Right.
It's the hard part.
Yeah.
So you've got a mystery novel, and you got to keep it kind of suspenseful and everything. But then what about like balancing accuracy, which in geocaching with that? Do you find any issues with that? I mean, I'm assuming you try and keep it as accurate as possible for the geocaching readers. Do you have any kind of leeway? Do you kind of cheat? Do you ever have geocaching rules that aren't really rules or anything like that? Or do you try and keep it as real as possible?
Well, it's funny you say that. Last year, I sold a book in Ohio at Midwest GeoBash, and 2 weeks later was West Bend, right? Yeah. And a woman who bought my book in Ohio came up to me in West Bend, and she was like, "I can't believe how accurate your geocaching is in this book." I'm like, well, yeah, I've got 15,000 finds.
So I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So the accuracy part is really important to me.
Good, awesome. No, like I say, I bought the Cache Line Conspiracy. I'm looking forward to reading it. It'll be here by the time I get home. Hopefully, I'm assuming it's Amazon. I'm assuming it'll be here in the next couple of days. So I will. It'll be on my nightstand, and I will let you know when I'm done.
Excellent.
And my thoughts on it. I could actually email the author and tell him what I think of it. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know the author and I know his email address. I can actually email. So that's awesome. Dan, it was a pleasure. Believe it or not, hour's over. It was a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yeah,
it really was. It was
my
awesome.
pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I will read your book. I promise you. I will let you know what I think of it. Dan, how can people get a hold of you, or where can they find your stuff? Go ahead and do what you need to do and tell us how they can find you.
All my books are out there on Amazon. The County Tracker, Amazon is the only place you can get that one. So you can get my stuff on Barnes and Noble. Other resellers of books, you can find them on. You can find me through dandekoning.com. You can look for my author page on Facebook, Dan DeKoning Author. And then I also sell live at events, as you know. So you can find me at Mingo this year. I'll be at Geo Woodstock. I'll be at Midwest Geo Bash. I'll be at West Bend Cache Bash. And I'll also be at the Fanboy Expo Comic-Con here in Knoxville this summer.
You're kidding. That's awesome.
I'll be out at the Deadwood Reads events in Deadwood, South Dakota as well this summer. So, and I always have a little list of where I'm going to be on my Facebook page as well.
Love it.
If you want to see me in person. So bring your book by at Woodstock and I'll sign it for you.
Absolutely. And just to let everyone know, if you're listening out there as well, as always, Scott, all the links are in the show notes too. So
all the links are in the show notes.
All the links are in the show notes. So all the geocaching book links are in the show notes. So you're welcome, Scott. See, I'm doing Chad's job now too. Wow.
Again, Dan DeKoning, DanDeKoning. If you go to Amazon or wherever you want to go to order his books, or DanDeKoning.com. Can they order your books from your website, or no? Do they have to go to Amazon? Do you not have links on your
my books? My website will link you to other places to be at.
Perfect. Awesome. And guys, again, not just geocaching books. He also has normal everyday mystery novels as well. But we're all geocachers here, so I assume this was what would kind of float our boat. Dan, again, before we go, I'm telling you right now, me and Craig, we are in on reading these books. I'll happily do the audio.
Yeah,
Craig, you in?
Really like that.
Craig, you in? Craig, are you in on doing the audio for his book?
Sorry. Yeah. My signal is going all crazy. Yes, I am definitely in for the audio book. Absolutely, especially
I
the
guarantee
surfing
you
one.
we can get Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, too. So we can probably get him to do it.
Well, he's actually got a decent accent too. Like he's got a very, very smooth, very relaxed accent too.
Dan, how cool would it be to get like geocaching, like semi, I guess, famous for lack of a better term, people to read your books, geocachers to read your geocaching novels.
Especially another author like Joshua, the geocaching vlogger.
Yeah.
He messaged us, Scott. He messaged us after last week.
I know he did. He doesn't like it when we make fun of Joshua.
No.
We're gonna hear it again.
Jeez, I know.
Tomorrow we're gonna get nasty texts. No, I'm just kidding. Joshua loves us. We're just
yes.
Joshua. We love him. Dan. So yeah, that offer totally there. Dan, don't go anywhere. You stay right there. Okay, do not leave.
Okay.
Don't leave. Okay, because we're gonna get off, but don't leave. Dan, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. You're awesome. Craig.
You're gonna call me Chad then. Your favorite. You're gonna call me
because you're
Chad,
to the
your
left
favorite.
of me. You're to the
your
virtual
favorite.
left.
Your favorite. Your favorite.
Don't judge. I'm not your favorite. So you know what? Shut up. I'm not your favorite either. So
two alphas can't be favorites. Two alphas can't be favorites. That's what it is. I'm looking forward to next week.
Next week, guys.
Speaking of
I am
alphas,
so excited for this show.
We got a Canadian alpha next week.
So excited for this show, guys. Next week, I have been waiting. This show was supposed to happen over a month ago. The show was supposed to happen, but because he had a little bit of a surgery, we had to postpone it. Guys, next week, we are talking geocaching expert tips with the one and only Land Monkey.
Land Monkey. Have you got a soundbite for him? You got to have a soundbite for
I don't have a J soundbite. No.
Just a monkey soundbite. Land Monkey.
I have a monkey. Oh, let me just conjure up a monkey soundbite.
You got to conjure up a monkey sound for Land Monkey himself for next week.
How's that?
No, that's Joshua's. Anyway. No, looking forward because Land Monkey as well. He's actually putting out quite a few videos recently on YouTube and other platforms in regards to like tutorial videos, tutorial videos as well, which is really cool to see. So it's good to have tutorial videos in not an Australian accent, but it's still an accent you can understand, like Canadian. So thanks
Canadian
for that.
Way prettier than Australian for the fair.
Canadian better than Australian accent?
Yeah,
no.
The boots. A boots are way better. A boots.
No.
On,
that's one word. One word. Out in a boot. That's it. One word.
Out in a boot. A boot. So, guys, that's next week's show. Geocaching expert tips with Land Monkey. And thank God Chad will be back. So, guys.
For me as well. Who knows? I may be on a plane next week. Who knows?
I might be my bear. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah,
This is true.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's next week's show. Everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. We truly, truly appreciate you. Everybody be well and be safe. You hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook and YouTube. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you'll get a ton of additional information, extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachly, Logwork, FDF Geocacher Magazine, The Maxuts Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PathTags.com, Cachecraft, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. So we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. And we're clear.
And we're clear.
And I just, for the record, want to say the Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-6 tonight.
What does that mean?
First place.
I don't know what that means. Who's
Cubs
the Cubs?
beat the
What's the
Dodgers.
Dodgers?
I know.
What are the Cubs? What are the Dodgers? I don't know.
What are the Cubs? What are the Dodgers? I don't even know what that is.
What are they? Some sort of soccer team we're talking about?
Is that a soccer team? A soccer. Football. Football.
Some rugby,
I'll
mate.
see.
Some rugby. Some real Aussie rugby.
All right, Dan, you stay right there. Everybody else, everybody be well, be safe, guys. We will talk to you next week. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.